Welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie Taddeo Nxumalo. Today we're going to talk about success. But before I get started, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. What is your definition of success? If you had asked me what my definition was in my teens and 20s, success would have been how much money I had in the bank, how many friends I had, what kind of car I drove, or where I lived. Those all were material things to talk about my success. And that's what I thought growing up. But what I realized after my stroke, when I was turning 40, I was evaluating and reflecting on my life. And I was miserable. I honestly thought I hadn't accomplished anything. Because based on those expectations and my definition of success, that was true. I was barely making ends meet. I was on disability. I definitely didn't drive a car. I was taking accessible transportation. I had a few close friends, but not many, and I was renting an apartment. So in my definition of success, I was a failure. Until one day, somebody said to me, "Are you crazy? Do you know how much you have accomplished? You're very successful." This was a bizarre statement to me because according to my definition, I wasn't. And they shared some words of wisdom I'd like to share with you. Success is not based on how many things we accumulate in our bank account, in our possessions, or they're not material items. Sure, for some people that's important. But success is based on the things we accomplish, our achievements. So they had me write down everything I had achieved in my life. I started with graduated from high school, graduated from university, went to teachers college, became the first legally blind teacher to graduate, had a successful business, started a charity, accomplished Toastmasters achievements, my CC, my ACB, my CL, my ALB, all these accreditations. And I'm looking at my list and it's starting to grow and grow. And I realized that in fact I was successful because I had achieved a lot. Now it wasn't easy. And before having this conversation with a person, I didn't even think of them as accomplishments, I'll be honest. They were just what I did. But when we shift our focus and what we think success actually is, so let's put things in perspective. Do we have a successful following on YouTube or on social media? We base it on the numbers, how many likes, how many followers, that sort of thing. That's not necessarily successful. That might be a good thing, don't get me wrong. But what success is when we touch somebody's life, we make a difference. Something we do or say reaches somebody and changes their life. To me, that's what success is about. So back to my list. So all these things were really good for me to see and put on paper. But I still had so much more I wanted to achieve. So many more successes. I realized there was going to be things in my life that I didn't succeed at or achieve. So I'm never going to have that stylish big car again for myself. But in perspective, my husband has a nice car. We drive together in it. So shifting the mindset of how we perceive success is different. And it's important. So back to asking you the question, what is your definition of success? And where do you measure up in your life based on your definition? Is it working for you, or do you need to shift your mindset? Since making that big list of all my accomplishments and achievements, I've even done more because I was encouraged by seeing all that I had done. Helping people with disabilities with my charity Connect for Life. Every day I see my clients' achievements and it makes me feel so proud and happy for them They are resilient and they are focused on achieving their goals. And I get to be a part of that journey. There was one thing that I wanted to do for so long, and that was to document my story in a way that would help others, because that's who I am. So I wrote my first book last year, and what a rewarding experience that was. So another thing to add to the list, I'm a published author. Fantastic. Now these are things that make me feel good and may create a good success story for my charity and for the disability community, because I help others. But there's still so much more I want to achieve. And I know along that route, there'll be things that I may not achieve, like being a mom, or perhaps being famous. Who knows? But our journeys are there. It's like a canvas. We're painting it every step of the way. And the only way that we can achieve our successes is by trying and putting ourselves out there and really getting out there and trying things that we may not have tried before. What is it that you want to achieve? I'm sure each of us has been told we couldn't do something. I was told I wouldn't live. I was told I wouldn't graduate from university. I was told I wouldn't become a teacher. I was definitely told I wouldn't work and I wouldn't write a book. But you know what? I did it all. I did all those things despite being told I couldn't do it. Because I believed in myself and I knew that I wanted to be successful for what was important to me. So now I can't tell you what success looks like for you. You have to decide that. And it may be the dollars and cents in your bank account. And it may be the type of car you drive or how big your house is. It may be the number of friends or followers or likes you have on social media. That's up to you. But what's important is that you look at your successes and your achievements through a lens that suits your lifestyle. My old thoughts on success don't suit my lifestyle today. And if I kept looking at it that way, it would always be a failure. I wouldn't have accomplished anything. And how does that make you feel? Terrible, of course. So make sure that your definition of success is relevant to you. Don't compare yourself to others, because let's face it, we're not all going to be famous millionaires. But you never know. Anything is possible when you put your mind to it. But even if you achieve the smallest of goals that you've set out for yourself, you're a winner and you're successful based on your new definition of success. So I encourage you to look at your life. What successes have you achieved in your life? How does it make you feel? Share it. Tell people about it. And feel good about it. And the great thing about success is it's never ending. Sky is the limit. We limit ourselves. So I encourage you not to put any limits or borders on yourself. Keep trying, keep achieving. I know my list is going to continue to grow. So I'd love to hear about your success stories. And once COVID-19 is done, I'm going to bring in some people to share their stories, because everybody has a story to share. And I can't even wait to hear your story. So please like the video, subscribe, and reach out to me if you have a story to share. I want to share it with you.